So today I venture into the forgotten old parish of St. David, once home to the parish capital of Easington, in search of the ruins of a colonial house of correction believed to date back to the 1700s. Along the way, I uncover the remains of the historic Albion estate, its centuries-old aqueduct, and one of St. Thomas's most fascinating historic river crossings, where an abandoned iron bridge stands beside the towering stone remains of an even older bridge. But just when everything seemed to be going according to plan, I stumbled upon something I still can't explain.
There's a drill here. Seems it was used for other purposes because it's even painted inside. That's inside.
This journey turned out to be far more than a history lesson, and I can't wait to share it with you.
Blessings everyone, and welcome back to Elite Jamaica. So today we are in some bushes in St. Thomas, in Albion, St. Thomas. Now we're going in search of the Albion sugar plantation. Now the Albion estate is said to be the plantation that started the modern production of sugarcane, that they started to use modern technology. Alright. The Albion plantation was owned by Mr. John Nixon from 1774 to 1779, when it was passed on to the Ebert family. I will give you all of that information as soon as I can find my way through them bush here. Because one aqueduct, there's somewhere up in the bush there, so, and some other buildings, the sugar works buildings. Alright, so we are surrounded by bush here. So, you wanna follow me? Yeah guys, so we're gonna see if we can find a way through them bushes. This is just what them call cow grass, and there are buildings around here, you know guys. I see a piece of the aqueduct already. Yeah, but one next building the inside here, so we need to see that. I'm showing you that. Well, like how I see the aqueduct already, let me just go up to it. Alright, see a piece of building there guys. Let me see that. That's a piece of the boiler house right there, still standing, and this is a piece of the aqueduct down here. This isn't the aqueduct, this is a piece of the boiler house. This is some more of the construction here guys. This is some more of the construction. The aqueduct is over there behind the bushes. That a piece of the boiler house, same way there guys. So wonder if the water wheel was here. Go all the way up now, just. And it's all the construction guys. construction here. This is one pit and a hole. Smell like something dead down here. Seems like a spillway to me. There's another wall right there. And another wall. So I walk down step. There's the wall inside here. Come on.
Albion Estate was not just another sugar plantation. It was one of the largest, wealthiest, and most technological advanced estates in the old parish of St. David, now part of modern-day St. Thomas. For more than a century, it stood as a symbol of Jamaica's plantation economy, shaping the landscape, the lives of enslaved Africans, and the development of the island's sugar industry. The estate's ownership changed hands several times throughout its history. During the late 18th century, it was owned by John Nixon, before passing to Robert Ebert of Chaffont Park and Bertels Hall in 1791. Ebert belonged to one of Britain's most influential West India merchant families. The Eberts built their immense fortune through Jamaica sugar plantation and the forced labor of Africans.
The aqueduct there. The piece of the aqueduct. Oh, we have to get around there. So our next piece up this one. Alright, I'm gonna take the truck, go in here, so carry go around here. So we'll go back around and see for that truck here. Be a motor run and send a pizza, look, to prepare for them for them.
Robert Ebert himself spent much of his life in England, leaving the day-to-day management of Albion to attorneys and overseers in Jamaica. Between 1817 and 1826, the estate was managed by attorney James Simpson, followed by Simon Taylor of Kingston from 1829 to 1832. Illustrating how absentee ownership had become common among Jamaica's wealthy plantation elite. By the time Robert Ebert owned Albion, the estate had already become one of the colony's premier sugar-producing properties.
Piece of wall there, guys. Look here. Piece of the construction, this one here stink like something dead in the bush. So this look like we are going to see the aqueduct from the back. Alright, now leading to the aqueduct. See the aqueduct up there, so again, guys. So we have to go through the little middle in there, so. Alright. It's a piece more of the aqueduct there, guys. Got a piece more of the aqueduct over there, so. I'll show it from this angle. to go round, back round here so and try to find a way to go through the bush. Up where the aqueduct the guys, wow, they're too close. We can't show it good because they're really close to it, guys. Yeah. They're too close, guys. That's why I love it. That's the aqueduct, guys. But they're really close. I don't know how else to show it. And I see I can't find a better track through. But that's a part of the aqueduct. And I see if I find a better track to go through. Look at them a juke. So that's a part of the wall, guys. We now get to see the rest side. That's the inside. It's all of the inside part, and we now get to see through the bush. Here look like it was a tower. Guys, when we leave from here, we're going to see a bridge that was built in 1894 and it is still used up until this day. And then we'll go and have a look at the Crichton Great House and the House of Corrections. But we still have to try to see somewhere that I could have kept me in my uncle, you know? The reflex of my uncle. So we're now going to see it from that side. It's really kind of impossible, guys. Yeah. But I'm going to go around from the back around this and see if there are any entrances around here. Guys, I just now get a chance to go near to it and show y'all. Go around further. Let's see what's going on in the bush over there. We're in Albion, St. Thomas, guys, in the Albion plantation room. aqueduct up there, guys. And that's the other part. See me I see it better now, guys. To the next piece of aqueduct that me just say. Hit that piece. So it look like it will go back down. But also, I'm not sure. I don't really want to go on nobody property. I'm already upon people property. I see a 2 piece in a peeps and I can't get to reach up the channel. Continue here, go down. Continue here and go down. That's why you have that piece right there. You can get over in the property over there. So. Here's another piece of building up here. I'm gonna see if I can get up here. I think I'm gonna reach up here now, guys, and look here. So one piece of building there up there set of peeps. Alright, I have to see if I can reach it from on the road. I'm gonna see if I can reach it from off the road. That's a piece of building right up here, guys. You see that? I have to access it from the road.
In 1794, surveyor Archibald Edgar recorded that the plantation covered approximately 1,492 acres, of which 294 acres were planted in sugarcane. The remainder of the land was divided between pasture, woodland, provision grounds, buildings, and other agricultural uses necessary to support such a massive operation. As profits increased, Albion continued to expand. It absorbed neighboring properties, including Cow Bay Pen and Spring Garden Plantation, creating one enormous agricultural enterprise. By 1842, according to the survey prepared by Edward McGeechy, the estate had grown to an astonishing 4,074 acres, making it one of the largest estates in eastern Jamaica. Albion also gained a reputation for embracing new technology. Historian Barry Igman notes that the estate played an important role in introducing improved sugar manufacturing techniques to Jamaica. Unlike many smaller plantations that relied on outdated equipment, Albion invested heavily in machinery and water-powered engineering. James Robertson's famous 1804 map depicts two water mills operating on the estate, an indication of its impressive industrial capacity. Archaeological investigations suggest that one of these mills was powered by a breast-shot water wheel, a sophisticated design in which water struck the wheel from the side rather from above or below. This allowed the estate to harness the flow of nearby rivers more efficiently. Water was the lifeblood of Albion. It powered the crushing mills that extracted juice from the sugarcane, while also supplying irrigation to the surrounding cane fields, increasing yields and ensuring production during drier periods. Behind this remarkable engineering, however, was the brutal reality of slavery. Hundreds of enslaved African men, women, and children labored on Albion under harsh conditions. They planted and harvested sugarcane, maintained the canals and aqueducts, operated the mills, worked in the boiling house, and kept the plantation functioning. Their labor generated enormous wealth for the absentee owners living comfortably in Britain, while the workers themselves endured exploitation, violence, and deprivation.
I really feel like the water wheel are there because this is the aqueduct up here. The aqueduct up here, guys. So right now, I just have to check out in here, so and see what. Yeah, not quick. Wait, the nail from the other end. No water wheel. Yeah, guys. So as you notice, this is where the water wheel would have been. But yeah, it's gone. Sold for scrap metal. And just like these pictures that you're gonna be seeing on screen now, I think these were sold for scrap metal also. Yeah man, I'm showing you some picture with how the inside of the distillery state. Now there are steps going down, most likely to service the water wheel. You know when the water come down after the aqueduct up there, guys, the water come down off the aqueduct, hit the water wheel, which would have been inside here before they removed it. Those sides on the wall right here, that's where the bearings would have been to hold the water wheel. So when the water run down off the water wheel, it goes through that small hole right there. Alright, so the more water going through that small hole, the more pressure, and then the water wheel turning creates energy. So if they use the energy for electricity, you know them have all for electricity. Sometimes they use it for like grind grains and all of that. It was a sugar mill, so maybe them use it to grind cane. You understand what I Godfrey? Yeah. Somebody farmland me, you know. Bless up to the farmer or do the farming. I do a good job. Yeah.
Following the abolition of slavery in the British Empire in 1834, Robert Ibert became associated with a compensation claim for Albion Estate under Britain's Slave Compensation Commission. The British government paid the plantation owners thousands of pounds in compensation for the loss of what they considered their property. Formerly enslaved people who had endured generations of unpaid labor received nothing. Albion's compensation claim amounted to £8,291 sterling and 7 shillings, a substantial sum that highlights both the size of the estate and the immense profits slavery had generated.
Yeah guys, the aqueduct and the ruins are over there, but I'm not able to find a pathway onto the property because it has been bushed over, it has grown over so much. Yeah, but we're heading up into Easington, St. David, as it was before it was named the St. Thomas. We're going to see a bridge that was built in 1894 and the bridge that was there before that, and also the original Crichton Great House. And if we have time, we'll see one of the houses of corrections. Alright, the ruins are over there, guys, but I'm not able to see them. Yeah, so we'll go up further. Now this is a different side of St. Thomas. The sun is really hot around here. It's not really a lot green around here, as the sun is definitely hot. We're in Albion, in Yalas, St. Thomas. You know, the old parish of St. David, now St. Thomas. And as you know, Easington was the parish capital for St. David. Yeah. So heading up further. These roads are fast moving and they are not all that large. They are not all that wide. So yeah, I have to watch what I do. Longest where I come from, peeps. Lots of trucks on these roads too. Lot of development going on around here, but the place is really hot. It's really dry here in Albion. Yeah, I have water still, peeps.
Albion is a historic community located in the parish of St. Thomas in Jamaica, with roots connected to the island's agricultural and plantation past. Like many settlements across eastern Jamaica, Albion developed around the activities of large estates that shaped the economic and social landscape of the parish during the colonial period. The name Albion itself is closely associated with Britain, as Albion was an old poetic name for England. During the colonial era, many places and estates across Jamaica were given names reflecting British influence, ownership, and cultural connections. The surrounding areas of St. Thomas were once dominated by sugar plantations, coffee estates, and livestock properties. These estates relied heavily on the labor of enslaved Africans during the period of slavery, and after emancipation in 1838, many communities grew as formerly enslaved people established villages, small farms, and independent livelihoods around former plantation lands. Albion's history is tied to this transformation from a plantation-based economy into a network of rural communities. The landscape around the area reflects the legacy of this period, with traces of old roads, estate boundaries, water systems, and agricultural traditions that survived long after the decline of the plantation system. During the 19th and early 20th centuries, communities like Albion played an important role in St. Thomas's agricultural economy. Small farmers cultivated crops such as bananas, coconuts, coffee, pimento, and other produce, while many residents also worked on larger estates and in nearby towns such as Morant Bay and Yalas.
Here. But I prefer to walk because I'm able to see stuff, as I said. I'm able to see stuff that I wouldn't be able to see while driving. Lovely house right there, but I'm afraid to live down there because I'm out of truck will drive down. So
The community also sits within a parish that has played a significant role in Jamaica's national history. St. Thomas was the birthplace of major social movements, including the 1865 Morant Bay Rebellion led by Paul Bogle, which changed the relationship between the Jamaican people and the colonial government. The struggle for land, justice, and better living conditions that influenced communities across St. Thomas also shaped places like Albion.
Down there, but I'm not able to see them from up here. They are down in the middle down there. So you see how it's grown over. I wouldn't be able to see anything. Yeah. These are some gates, but they are locked. Even if there's something down there, I wouldn't be able to see it. Gates are locked. That would be trespassing. So we're heading up into Easington, the old capital of St. David. The old capital of St. David, and we just turn the camera off, look on the mango tree, and somebody over the yard say, "Oh, no bother with that." It seems as if our Colonial house was over there. That's a tank right there. That's a tank right here. We're going up. You see the dust, guys? Yeah, that we really have to deal with. And now, until we pass the quarry. Going up here. So we're heading up further, guys. You all follow me. Bless it. That's the quarry out there. See the sand peeps? That's sand, you know. Sand to build houses and stuff like that. It's piled up though. Hey guys. Sand. So we are going up into those hills, guys. Well, not up into the hills, but at the foot of the hills. Okay? So we have a little journey ahead of us. Okay, again, peeps. Sun again now. Hey guys, so we're on our way heading up into the Easington community. We're in Albion and we're on this long road. Farm over there, so look at them up planting here. Hey, blessings! This is a subscriber. Blessings, man. Blessings. Just meet a subscriber. Yes, man. What your name?
Omar.
Omar.
Yeah, man.
Big up, man.
Good to meet you, man. We love your program, innit? Now
Big
good
up,
thing
man.
you're going with me.
Give thanks and thank you so much. Is it?
Continue
I
to do
go
your
up in
thing.
Albion, I go Easington.
Oh, I see I walk go.
Yes.
One day thing.
Big up. Alright. Blessings. Safe travel, alright?
Alright.
Yeah, man. Yeah, guys. Just met a subscriber. Look at those hills over there. I think those are the houses that they are pushing down. I'm not sure, you know, but I think there's something going on out here in Easington, in Albion, where houses are being pushed down by the land agency because people build on property that they did not purchase legally. And yeah, I kind of know about that. Them here, so the property not legal, but them still build. Anyway, that's the history. Going up further. Probably cross the road, guys, because I come up to a corner. Look at those hills over there, peeps. And we are going up in at the foot of one hill, you know. Yeah, man. So, yeah, guys, y'all follow me. Blessed. There, man. Everything good?
Yeah, man. Everything up, man.
Alright, family. Look at me, I walk too fast, guys. I have to slow down the pace. Yeah, I walk so fast, I never reach. Because I have a real distance to go. You see the hill them in front of it? That's up in Landui, Richmond, the Blue Mountain Hills. Yeah, and I've got a lot of exploration to do up this side, so you'll see me coming back to this side anytime soon. Yeah. I think that's over in Norris. Seems like there's a milepost right here, guys. And this should be telling me how many miles from the crossing. 18. So if it's 18 miles, it wouldn't be from the crossing, it would be from Yallas, I think. Yallas crossing. Not sure, I'll get that figured out. So guys, we're going up to see a bridge that was built in 1894, the original bridge. That was the Easington Bridge. Let's see, I'll be giving you information in regards to that bridge. Alright, but I'm seeing structures in the bush up here around the hillside. I'm not sure, you know, but I'm gonna look, cause, and that is why it's good to walk sometimes. Look like on the hillside still, I'm not sure. Have a look. Look like on the hillside still, guys. Look how the hill is shape out. You don't think it's a wall up there. So we'll go up further. Dumping. Why they always do this? And the sign there, no dumping. Yeah, enough to do that. And car in front of me. Come on, stop in front of me. I'm looking at the road, guys. Yeah, guys. Look on the other side. Going down further, heading up into Easington, the old Parish of St. David's. The truck is coming. Got the bus. So over there, there's a road going up here. We're not going on that road today, guys. This road over there, so just a little gully thing, like around here is really dry. I wouldn't live around this side. Anyone who live around this side, let me know in the comment section down below. Alright, if you're still here with me watching, let me know. Type still here, or just type something so that I can know that you're still here watching. One thing though, look at the mountains up there. Judgment Cliff is up there now, guys. I'll be going to Judgment Cliff soon. Now look up there. That should be, I think that is Judgment Cliff in the middle right there. I'm not sure. Yeah. We're heading up into the Parish of St. David's, the old Parish of St. David's, into the old parish capital of Easington. Okay. There are houses up there. Somebody got them a farm. Banana are planting. Shout out to the farmer who do the farming. Yeah. Truck is coming. That come real hard. There's another road heading around, but it seems like a fence is there. Sure what's there, we're heading up into Easington. As you know, Easington was the old capital of the old Parish of St. David, and that's where the House of Corrections was, as there was one in each parish. However, the first thing we're gonna be seeing when we get into Easington is that bridge I'm telling you guys about. That bridge was built in 1894. It's the second bridge that was built there, the Easington Bridge. And I'll also be showing you the older bridge that was there before. After that, we'll try to find the Crichton Great House, which has the House of Corrections. Alright, so yeah, that we do. Guys, this place is really hot. Like, I think Albion are one of the hottest places in St. Thomas. Trust me. Yeah. Place hot for true. Even though you see the shade, place still hot. But yeah, we're heading up to Easington, which was the old parish capital of St. David. Okay guys, I want wall me see over there, so thought it was old walls, but it's not. Yeah, which is the Easington was the old parish capital of St. David, which was a parish until it became St. Thomas, or a part of St. Thomas. We're gonna be seeing the Easington Bridge, which was built in 1894, and also the one that was built in 1667, or what remains of it. After that, we'll be heading to the Crichton Great House, which should have the House of Correction on the property. Yeah guys, the walking is still enough, so let me know if you all here with me same way. Alright, so that really motivates me to do more. Alright, so we're going up the road, gonna follow me. Fence, mango tree, guys. No mangoes on the ground. a bush over there, so I have to look, you know. Oh, it's a zinc fence, guys. So I walk further in Easington. So I reach up to the hills. One truck come, it sound one way. I don't know why it sounds like that, like it puncture. It's the first time I'm walking on this road, first time I'm coming through this community. I've been to the bridge before, but I didn't take this direction. We had actually took the Norris way, for those of who know about this place. So we'll go further. On the hills, guys. You see, St. Thomas has so many different features, even though St. Thomas is going through a terrible drought, and normally Albion around this side would have been really dry, but we're still seeing greenery, lots and lots of greenery, you know, even though we can still say, yeah, it a face a drought, because the plant them look, you saw them lay down and them look, yeah, and look on the hills up there, so walk over there, so the mango tree. Someone said my videos are therapeutic. Yeah, I try to make it that way because I try to give you value for the time you spend watching these videos, you know. Over there so well green though. You don't look like the sunlight will affect over there, so none at all. It's well green. Yeah. Walk further. Yeah. There's a house over there. There's a truck coming up behind me. You see that? That come up slow though, look like something wrong with it. I'm not sure what is wrong with it, but it's moving very slow. Lots of mango trees. It seems like mango tree keep the yard cool. I have to ask the lady. Mango tree keep the yard cool. For real, cause Funi yard just look cool of all the other places I see. Yeah, guys. Yeah, the truck will come. With the mango trees just look extra cool. Guys, one thing, and me I say doubles, they just look extra green, as if the sunlight not affect the yard. Gotta go up further. Look there. All the mango tree. Seems like they are doing mango business though, because lots of lot of mango plants. So truck going around here. All the mango tree on this too. You see the sign. Private property. No trespassing. The road going around there. Yeah. Got the hills over there, guys. Yeah guys, so we're getting up into the hills now. That's one of the hills over there. If you notice, we're actually up in the hills right now. It still feels like a flat, but we're higher than where we were. Yeah. Sooner or later I'll be able to show you out by Yalas from up here. So we're going up further. This feels like a wilderness. This place is burning up. Yeah. Yeah guys, the place actually feels like a desert. So next mile post here. I can see a 19 upon this. Yeah, so it account from top coming down. But 19 miles from where? Is it from Cedar Valley? Yeah, because Lando Road come out here and I think this is from Cedar Valley coming down now. Because you can drive here to Cedar Valley and this is where they normally take. So I think it's coming from Cedar Valley. So I'll go up further. So yeah, that was 1 mile we cover between those 2 mile posts. I kill upon tree. Yeah guys, and as you notice I'm alone today now. Yeah man. as I told you all, not every day my dad would be able to assist me or accompany me because he works. He's a security officer, so he has to go to work here. So I'll go up further. This road has a lot of trucks, so I have to go across each time the road go around a corner. I have to know the side of my depot so as not to get pushed into the bush by a truck. I think this is one of the most dangerous roads to walk on. Yeah. I don't think we're off. We're journey yet, you know, guys. I don't know. We're off a journey yet. But yeah, I'll go up further. It's an entrance over there. Yeah, people. So guys, tell me, would you live in a community like this? Let me know. Community is nice, yeah, but it's dry. It's a church, guys, really huge church. Seems like kids are up there playing games, football and stuff like that. And I got the sign. Worship services. Yeah, Seventh-day Adventist. You see the symbol. So I'll go up further. What are you doing over there, so? This community is called Woodburn, guys, so we are not yet in Easington. Still a walk. Follow me. This side is not really all that hot. Yeah. Can feel it dropping at the temperature we get higher. More trucks coming. There's a hill up there that we have to climb. Yeah guys, so I just got some information that the bridge I'm looking for, it's just around the corner up there, but I know how them direction are going on. Just around the corner can mean 5 miles or 10 miles, so I could see where I'm going, but head up further. Now follow me.
Easington is a historic rural community in the parish of St. Thomas, Jamaica, with a story that reaches back to the period when the area was part of the old parish of St. David, one of Jamaica's former parishes before administrative changes reshaped the island's parish boundaries. Before St. Thomas took its modern form, the region was divided into older colonial parishes, and St. David was once a recognized parish with its own administrative center. Easington was closely associated with this forgotten chapter of Jamaica's history and served as the old parish capital of St. David. During this period, the community was an important location for government administration, justice, and the management of local affairs. The remains and memories of this area provide a glimpse into a time when Jamaica's colonial government operated through smaller parish centers scattered across the island. The decline of St. David as a parish and the later changes to Jamaica's administrative divisions caused many of these former centers to lose their political importance. However, communities such as Easington continue to survive, carrying the history of an earlier Jamaica that is often overlooked. The story of St. David represents a reminder that many rural communities today were once places of considerable importance. Like much of eastern Jamaica, Easington's development was also influenced by plantation economy. The surrounding lands were shaped by sugar estates, coffee cultivation, livestock farming, and small agricultural holdings. These activities created the roads, bridges, and settlements that connected communities throughout St. Thomas. One of the most recognizable features associated with Easington is its historic bridge infrastructure. For generations, these bridges served as essential links between communities, allowing residents to access markets, schools, churches, and neighboring districts. In rural Jamaica, a bridge was never just a structure. It was a connection between people and opportunity. The community gained wider attention after a tragic incident involving one of its bridges. Following severe weather, damage created a dangerous opening in the structure, and a local resident lost his life after falling through it. The incident led to public concern and renewed calls from residents for repairs and safer infrastructure. Today, Easington may appear to be a quiet rural settlement, but beneath its landscape lies a much deeper story. It was once connected to the administration of an entire parish, shaped by Jamaica's colonial past, and sustained by generations of residents who transformed these lands into a living community. Easington stands as a reminder that Jamaica's history is not only found in famous landmarks, but also in the forgotten villages that once held important places in the nation's history.
Yeah guys, so I think we almost reached the bridge because I hear music back down. I think that will be up in Easington or back down in Norris. But there's a community down there. I think that's down in Norris. Got these hills over here. These hills look like some pyramids. That's the riverbed down there. Tractor down there working. And that's the community of Norris over there. Yeah. So we're going up further. We're going down further because this is a downhill. Yeah guys, this is a downhill. I'm at the middle of the road because I can't decide which side to go up and I'll go up on the side here still. There's a car up there, so a short now comes some other hear them. Cut the hills of Easington. The hills are just fascinating here. Look on the hills. On the mountains. Up at the foot of the hill we go still guys. Alright, so yeah, we'll head up there. Guys, who do live down there? Look on the road up here. And the houses are down there. That who wouldn't live down there so still. That's spooky. Yeah, we'll go further up in Easington. It's the sign. Torpedo alone. And there's a number there. We'll go further. Entrance going down there, the old house. So they just have a pole up there. Transmission pole. So we'll go down further to Easington. So we're actually in the community of Easington at the moment, yeah. like a landslide. Look like a landslide on a cleared but road. There are two poles down here. I haven't seen two poles so close before. In our next video, guys, we will be going to Hector's River and a place called Dillon in Portland. Alright, to reach the bridges now. Here, that's a piece of the older bridge over there. Here, if we're gonna see the rest of it first. See that shop right here. This is the river over here, guys. They're coming from up there. This is the river. That's a part of the old bridge over there. Yeah. So we're going up further. Seems like there was a landslide around here. That looks as if there was a landslide.
As we make our way into the old parish of St. David, we arrive at one of the most fascinating historic crossings anywhere in St. Thomas. Today, two bridges stand side by side. One is an abandoned iron truss bridge that has served this community for well over a century. The other consists of towering stone supports, the last surviving remains of an even older suspension bridge that once stretched across the mighty Yalas River. But to understand why these bridges were built, we first have to understand the river itself. For centuries, the Yalas River has been both a blessing and a curse. During the dry season, it could be crossed with little difficulty. But after days of heavy rain in the Blue Mountains, the river would become a violent torrent, cutting off communities from one another. Farmers couldn't get their produce to market. Children struggled to get to school. Families were separated. And in some cases, people attempting to cross the flooded river lost their lives. Life simply came to a standstill. Eventually, the people of Easington had enough. The residents, estate owners, and other members of the community came together and petitioned the colonial government to build a permanent bridge. They argued that Easington was the capital of the Parish of St. David and an important center of commerce. Yet every flood left the community isolated. A reliable crossing wasn't a luxury, it was a necessity. Their request was finally granted. In 1826, a suspension bridge was constructed across the Yalas River. At the time, it was considered an impressive engineering achievement and transformed travel throughout the area.
Yeah, this is the old. Whoa, the old never depend on the bridge. This is the old, guys.
For the first time, people could cross the river safely without depending on the weather. Although the bridge itself has long since disappeared, its enormous stone towers still remain. Standing beneath them today, it's hard not to imagine the great chains and cables that once stretched from one side of the river to the other, carrying generations of Jamaicans across this historic crossing. As the years passed and transportation changed, the suspension bridge was eventually replaced by an iron truss bridge. Historic photographs confirm that this iron bridge was already standing from 1894, and for decades it became the main route into Easington, carrying everything from horse-drawn carts to motor vehicles. But history has a way of repeating itself. After Hurricane Melissa caused severe damage to the bridge, a large section of the deck collapsed, leaving a dangerous hole in the crossing. Although the bridge was officially closed, many residents continued using it because it remained one of the quickest routes between their communities. Sadly, one man fell through the damaged section and lost his life, a heartbreaking reminder that the Yalas River still commands respect, just as it did nearly 200 years ago. Today, these bridges are more than abandoned structures. They tell us the story of a determined community that refused to be cut off from the rest of the island. They remind us of the ingenuity of those who built them, the countless journeys they made possible, and the lives that have been forever connected to this river. Sometimes, the greatest pieces of Jamaica's history aren't found in museums. They are standing quietly beside a river, waiting to tell their story.
This is the tower up here. This is the tower for the original bridge. So the bridge would come out over here. I'm not seeing any cornerstone for this building right here.
Alex!
Hey! Alright. Cornerstones are normally here. I'm not seeing any. Here what was removed. The bridge was here. Walked under here. And there was a switch swinging bridge going across. I'm gonna show you all the next bridge tower. Alright. So we're gonna go over to the next side. Yeah. So we walk across the bridge, and there's the other tower over there. So we go in there now. Now look at this. That's the bridge. Wow. Hey, can you hear that? Slide now, slide, you know. So this is the other side of the Easington bridge. Yeah. Left. Easington Restoration Project. This is the tower. The bridge tower. Look on the side of the road, it big out like, looks like a wall. Yeah. So this is where you would normally go through. Come up, come up. Got you. Elite Jamaica, it's history though. Yeah man. So these are the tower guys. And we'll go through here. And go down here to enter the bridge, and the bridge would go across over to that other tower over there, the one we just saw. Yeah. And this was built in 1664. This is under the tower. So we're going up further to see if we can get a chance to see the House of Corrections. Yeah, that's the tower right there. That's how large it is compared to the vehicle driving past it. And that's the river out there. We'll go up further. No, I've never been around this side. I've come as far as the bridge, but I've never been around this far. The house is around here and I'm gonna try to find it. So follow me. What's on that sign over there? So those are the two towers up there. That's one, and that's the other one over there. That's where the bridge normally was. Lloyd Rennick's quarry license. Okay, so they have a quarry license around here. Call them to the tire them peeps. It's nice. I'll go around further. So the original Colonial should be up in that hill. Yeah, that's where we're gonna try to go. See if we can find the road. And that's Colonial. Remember, I did Colonial where the Coptic place was. That's where they were originally until they moved over that one, which I did. Look at the hills, guys. So the house I'm looking for should be in one of these backyards. Yeah. So I'm gonna go as far as the school and then I'll start searching. Nice farm over there. Big up to the farmer. Or do the farming. On the hill, man, it's really huge. Makes you feel small. So we're in Easington, guys. Wanna see these ruins. So I go up further. St. David's Community Development. So it seems they still go under the St. David's name. And the Skills Training Center. There's a park right here. I'm seeing like there are ruins up here. Bless up, Elder. Me turn off the camera. Yeah, guys. So I'm seeing where there are some historic sites here. Some ruins. That side looks as if it has been refurbished, but this side is the original. And the gentleman that is here, He's saying that it was here from, you know, his grandmother's days. He born from sea. But you know, we know the history still. So for instance, this, you know, this is colonial, based upon the building technique they used, the stones and stuff like that. And this is the inside. And I'm gonna show you the house of correction also. Look at this tree, guys. Really huge. This is the inside. It was a barracks, guys. Part of a barracks, but you know it has deteriorated over time. But there is a chain that was down in the ground. And I'm gonna ask the man if he knows about that. Yeah, Elder, so the chain now way in the ground, you say alright there, so? Right next to the tree?
Right by the stone.
Alright. Where say they cut it off?
Yeah, man, I'm brother, brother now. When I come up and you reach a big church, you must see a then uncle house and go and go tree.
Under the, yeah. That's okay. Okay. Yeah, guys, so he's saying that the chain was right somewhere. Good evening. The chain was off somewhere here, but it was cut off. And this is a guango tree, guys.
That's the old Chinese shop, 150.
And this is the old Chinese shop. From the 50s? Yeah, I'm saying, born come see the shop. The old Chinese shop. But the roof tells you a lot about it. Yeah, that it's old. Let me see the other side. I'm interested in seeing the house of corrections, and that's where I'm gonna head right now. So you all can see that too. Alright. So this was the old Chinese shop. I remember the Chinese riots had happened in Jamaica, so a lot of these Chinese business places were closed down from then and taken over by other people. Yeah. So I'm gonna go around to see the house of correction. So you say me go up on the road there? Alright. And where you say your name, Elder? Me give you a proper shout out. Where you say your name? Where you say your name?
Don't say breed, man.
Breed?
Yeah, man.
Alright. You have nobody where you want to shout out?
No, man, me go down now, man.
Alright. Blessings. Blessings, man. Where you say go up on the hill there?
Yeah, man, just go up on the road there. You see one cut. You see just the back, man. You see him brick them make it, man.
Okay, alright. Yeah.
This school there top side like that.
Okay, respect.
And then the old courthouse originally.
Oh.
You see, man. Where you go your seat, man?
Alright, respect.
Built a stone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, guys, so we're heading up to the House of Corrections. They said it's the old courthouse, which it actually was the old courthouse. Yeah. Bless. So now we use the historic name, refer to it as the House of Corrections, Easington Primary and Infant School. Why are these schools always at the top of the community, and why are they always the places that the historic sites are? So we'll go up on the road here. Lots of historic ruins should be up here, but I think they have been pushed away because that wall that was down there come further back, you know. But we won't be able to see all of it. That's the tower down there again on the bridge. Those are the was and the old bridge. Go up further. We're gonna go and go through here, guys. Really huge. In these plantations, always up to this day, always have these trees, these big trees. It's construction over there. This is the school up here. At the tree, guys. Really huge. This is the school. Take the barracks are down there. Down the road down there. Yeah, guys, that's another part of the school. We remember that thing here where we used to jump and then we go basic school or primary school. I'll call it jungle gym. If you're still here watching the video, let me know in the comment section. Tell me what you call that. We'll go further. So we're in the community of Easington and we are about to look at the last historic ruin, which should be the old courthouse. And I'm wondering if it's this building. Yeah, it's this building. It's this building. How do I get inside? Alright, so the building is here, guys, but how do I get inside of this building? There's a road going all the way around. So now go on and see if I can get a chance to get inside. Yeah, guys, this is the old courthouse. These are the old walls. How do I get inside here? There's no entrance. So this is the House of Corrections, guys. I would really love to get inside. This is the old House of Corrections, but I'm not seeing how I can get inside. This is the front of it. Everything up this side is blocked in by bush. Look at me, can't enter from the front. Okay, it's grilled off. There's a grill here. Seems it was used for other purposes because it's even painted inside. That's inside. Nobody not in there? You must hear that. Why is a chair moving inside? Nobody not in there. This was the old House of Corrections. It was refurbished into something else since it was used as a community center. we see any more ruins. Seems like there are ruins up on the top of that hill. Start up there. It's cool, guys. So we didn't get a chance to see the Sherrington Great House. The Sherrington Great House should be somewhere down in the valley down here. Let's see if we can find it. I'll go back down. Yeah. I'll get back to you guys. And this, guys, is the Easington Park. And there's a clock right there. There should be a flag on this pole. It's a small community park. Yeah, guys, I really do hope you found this video interesting or informative. On my way heading back down to the Albion entrance that's out on the main road in Yallas. Well, Yallas or Albion, though, for who live in the community, please let me know. Yeah, so on my way I walk back down. I have to head back home. As I say, hope you all enjoy this video, and if there's anything along the way that I think you guys would be interested in, I'll show y'all. Alright, but until then, y'all have a wonderful evening. Thanks for watching.
If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Alright, because this was really a long one. It's really a pleasure having you here up until this point. First and foremost, to the subscriber I met yesterday, just want to say an official shout out to you. The fact is, when I meet people out in the public, sometimes I'm a bit nervous, not expecting to see someone, you know, so I think the interaction was a bit awkward. So my apologies and shout out. Big up to you, alright? Guidance. Alright, so for the House of Corrections, that I think what we found was just the courthouse building. The House of Corrections is said to be a larger building. It was on a hill and all of that. I think I would have put some information in the video about that. If not, I'm gonna be posting the documents on my community post. Alright, guys, as this was a long video, I'm not gonna keep your time. Alright, you all have a wonderful evening and stay blessed. Look out for the other one where we venture out into Hector's River. Alright, some kitten there. Kit Kat. Lychee. Lychee.
Well, well, you're up.